this computer. Hello, ladies. Hey, I'm so glad you're joining us tonight, or if you watch this later on the replay. I'm really excited to share a little bit about Park Lane with you because, girls, it's been a fun, exciting, and a wild ride. So my name's Carolyn Davis-Rohlin. I have only been with Park Lane for 4 months. I'm a senior division leader, and I started back in December when I found out that my former company was closing, and I had been with my former company for 18 years. So I was boohoo, crying my eyeballs out, and thought maybe I was going to go into real estate or something. But then I spoke to some of my friends, one friend in particular, who had joined Park Lane. And when she told me all of the things that they offer, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I guess I'm going to give this thing a try. And so I'm going to share really the things that spoke to me the most that night when I talked to her with you, so that if these things appeal to you, then maybe this will be something you want to do. So just a little bit about me. When I started with direct sales, I was in my early 20s. I was a young mom. And my sister had been working with a company for about a year. And when she signed up, I told her she was crazy. I told her I didn't wear jewelry, I didn't go to parties, and I didn't know anybody. Click. I was like, I want no part of this. And then almost a year went by and she was still doing it. So I agreed to have a party. And then I started thinking, she's going to make all this money from my friends, or I could be making money from my friends. So I signed up and just have never looked back. It's been one of the greatest decisions of my life. The friendships I have made and the community that I'm now a part of is just amazing. And now that community has kind of transitioned over to Park Lane because a lot of us girls from my former company are now in Park Lane. And I just want to tell you kind of about the 3 P's of Park Lane. We're going to talk about the people, so like the company. We're going to talk about the product, which is obviously jewelry, which we love. And we're going to talk about the programs, which is really my favorite part because they offer so many programs for the customers, for the hostesses, and for us as stylists. And I'm sorry, I'm swiveling my chair. I just realized I'm doing that. Like, I'm a fidgety person. I would just be rocking back and forth, back and forth. I'll try and sit still. So a little bit about Park Lane as a company. They've been around for 65 years, which is amazing. They're completely debt-free. Arthur and Shirley Levine, they started it back, 65 years ago when they were late teenagers. They had just gotten married and they wanted to have something that Shirley could do to bring in income. And there weren't a lot of options for women back then. So they really were like trailblazers, especially in the direct sales industry, because there weren't a lot of direct sales companies then either. And the fact that they've made it for 65 years and now they're a global brand is amazing. They have franchises in countries all over the world, but we're going to focus on the one here in the United States because we get to sell to the whole continental United States. And somebody's calling me on Messenger who's supposed to be in this. I can't answer right now. I'll just have to send her the recording when we're done. So what was I going to say? Oh, the company, they only take the top 2% off of the income from the company, and the rest goes back into the program. So they're very, very generous. And what I love about that is that most companies take 25 to 35%. So that leaves like a ton of money to play with to make it so they can have the best sales and the best promotions and the best trips. And it's so fun. So that's just a little bit about the company. Oh, and their kids, 3 of their kids bought it back in 2001. So it's still family owned and operated. And they really work out of the principles of just putting people first and enriching lives. So they're all about helping women, empowering women, and meet needs in their families. So the product, the second P I want to talk about is the jewelry. I mean, jewelry is an awesome product to sell because it's semi-consumable. Women are always going to want to update their look with the season and with the times. And we have a full service jewelry line. So it meets the needs of women who maybe your younger girls that want the really trendy stuff. And it also meets the needs of more your career minded or even your ladies as they're approaching retirement. We have jewelry that covers like all the different trends and styles. We even have a wide variety of price points. I mean, like my earrings that I have on are only $22. My necklace that I have on is only $32. But then like this cute Austin bracelet, this is $94. And we have things that go all the way up to like the $200. And there's a few things beyond, but most of what everybody buys is 200 or less. We have an unconditional guarantee. So as you are purchasing jewelry or as your friends are purchasing jewelry, they can purchase with complete confidence, because even if they break it themselves, Park Lane replaces the jewelry for them. If it happens in the first 4 months, no matter what happens, I mean, the dog ate it, you name it, they get it replaced for free. And then after that 4 months, it is only $10 plus, and that's it. And they get it a brand new item. Sorry, I had a moment. My brain went, did I push record? I just totally got sidetracked, but I did. So the only downside to our guarantee is that you guys are going to get totally spoiled, and you're going to feel like every department store should be offering you this guarantee. You don't have to stock inventory with Park Lane. All this jewelry that you see behind me, that's my personal jewelry. If I bought it, it's a tax write-off. But over half of what I own, I've won, because Park Lane has so many contests for us. And then we just show what we have and people order what they like. So you don't have to stock inventory at all, which is amazing. We have, let's talk about programs, because this is really the part that I think takes the longest. We have the best customer sale in the industry. It is amazing. So our customers all the time can purchase any 2 items at full price, and these can be the least expensive items. And then they can purchase 4 items at half price, and these can be the more expensive items. And they can do this 365 days a year. So this is like if they were to go into Nordstrom's or Dillard's and go over and pick out a couple pairs of socks at full price. So I don't know, what are socks? $10, $20 a pair. Well, it depends on how fancy your socks are. But then after that, you go over to the designer handbag section and pick out 4 designer purses and get those at half price. I would love if every store had that kind of sale. I might have a really big shopping problem if every store had that kind of sale. And then on top of that, they do different specials. They call them, some people call them zingers, where like right now, when our customers get their cart up to $90 with their full and half price items, then they can pick out a $200 item, anything 200 or less, and get it for $25. So I am finding that my customers, my hostesses, my friends, my family, everybody is loving Park Lane because of the sales. And it has just been amazing. My average show before was like $500. My average show now is like $1,100, because women are just loving this sale. Everyone wants to take advantage of it. And we as stylists, or you, if you become a stylist, you make full commission off of those half price items. So a half price item isn't like, oh, I'm giving away my profit and I'm not going to make anything off of that. No, a half price item to us is still considered retail. So a $100 item is a $50 item. And to us, that $50 is like just $50 retail. So we still make our commission off that $50. In Park Lane, you get paid weekly. So everything you submit by Wednesday, on Friday, you get a direct deposit statement. And on Tuesday, bing, it's in your checking account. So I love that. I love that Park Lane runs weekly specials for our customers. So on to, I mean, it's crazy. When this was first explained to me, I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I was still going, what, 2 and 4? But on top of that, they will have special items that are called style drops, and they will be deeply discounted items that are maybe worth like $100. But this week, when you spend 40, you can get this for 20. And we're not going to make any money off of that $20 item. But what it does is it gives us a reason to go in front of our customer base, whether it's in your VIP group or on just whatever social media platform you use, and you're able to collect orders and always be creating interest in your business, because we always have a new sale. We always have a specialty item. There's always something new. It's not like you're going back week after week with the same thing. You have these new exciting things to tell them about. So I love our weekly sales. And Park Lane is known because of these weekly sales. They're known for being very consistent. Like they do about 48% of their business in the first 6 months of the year and 52% in the second 6 months. Instead of a lot of companies do, I don't know, like 75% of their business during the Christmas season, but it's not like that for us. We're not all sitting around waiting for Christmas time to come. We're all making steady income all year long. And we do get brand new pieces every month. They will launch new designer inspired pieces, and we can earn those for free through our previous month's sales, which is one of the programs I'll talk about here in just a minute. So that's what they do for our customers. I mean, that is amazing. And on top of that, they totally take care of our hostesses. So we just really, really love on our hostesses in Park Lane. I think it's the most generous hostess plan I've ever seen. And I thought the one I had before was really good. So when anyone schedules a show with you, Park Lane automatically gives them what they call a thank you item, which is anything $200 or less for $25, which me personally, I would book a show like just for that, because that's saving me $175. But that is just like one like teeny part of our hostess plan. The thing that I think is the magic of our hostess plan is the free credit that they get. They get $20 for each individual order that's placed on their show. So if they get 5 orders, that's $100 in free jewelry. When they get 9 orders, that's $180 in free jewelry. But when they hit 10 orders, Park Lane doubles it to $40 per order. So with a 10 order show, they get at least $400 in free jewelry. And there's no cap on that. So once your friend gets to 10 orders and she's got 400 free, if she gets 1 more order, she's going to get to 440. 2 more orders, she's going to get to 480. Let's just say she goes crazy and has 20 orders. She would get $800 in free jewelry. Plus, we always have at least 1 or 2 extra things called Fast 50s that we can offer our hostesses, and we get to use them at our discretion. So I like to offer my hostesses an extra $50 if they have 15 people on their Facebook Live, or I've used them for various things, but that's the standard one that I do. Let me see, what am I skipping? Oh, on top of all of the free jewelry, the hostess also gets to shop at half price. She gets 4 items at half price. And just like with our customer half price items, we make commission off of those. We also make commission off of our hostess half price items. So that blew my mind. I definitely did not have that before. And those programs, like our customer special and our hostess program, they really work hand in hand, because if your hostess is encouraging her friends to shop the sale because she wants to help them get a good deal, she's naturally going to get to 10 orders, which is going to help her have a bigger show. And it's so good. I'm closing out a show tonight that just happened last night. And these Facebook shows are amazing. Park Lane has figured out the online presence. And my show last night is already at 8 orders. My hostess has 2 more people she's reaching out to that she thinks she's going to get orders from. So she's pretty sure we're going to have 10 orders, and we're closing it out tonight. And she's going to have over $400 in free jewelry. So let's talk about the programs that we talked about. The customers, we talked about the hostesses. Let's talk about the programs that we have for our stylists. So first of all, we have an amazing fundraiser program. If you know anyone who has a nonprofit that's dear to their heart or works with a nonprofit, you can offer a fundraiser, and it's sponsored by Park Lane. You just get it approved. You send the tax ID number, a little bitty form off to Park Lane, and within 2 to 3 days, you get approval. You can set up the shopping link, and then people shop that link. It won't have the normal sales. It's just regular retail price. But as people shop that link, and once you close the show, Park Lane will donate 50% of all the sales straight to your nonprofit. And guess what? They will still pay you out of the other 50%. So it's not like you're doing a show where you make no money. You're just making your profit off of half the sales. But it's amazing that they can still pay you anything when they're giving 50%, a full 50% to that nonprofit. And I think that's so exciting. I just did my first one. I closed it a week ago, and the cause, it was a high school for prom. They only wanted to raise $300. They raised $600. And I was still paid out of the other $600. And I have another one coming up for a dog rescue in about a month. So I'm excited to do that. We have 2 travel trips every year that you can win. Usually one is like a toes in the sand kind of trip. Right now, our girls, we're all working towards winning a trip to Key West. A number of us have already won it, and a whole bunch more are super close to winning it. And this is like an all expenses trip. They pay for your airfare, your hotel, like you put your wallet in the safe and you don't get it out again until you go home. And oh no, before I talk about how we make money, I want to tell you also about Rich Rewards Club. Every single month, if you are selling jewelry or sponsoring people, you can win free jewelry. You can win anywhere from $250 to $1,150 in free jewelry every month. So just to go over like the first 2 levels, because I don't want to give you too much information. If you sell $2,000 worth in your, hold on, am I mixing this up? Is it just 1,000? Yeah, it's just 1,000 in your first 2 weeks of the month. You're going to win $250 in free jewelry. If you then, that's level 1. If you sell 2,500 in the whole month, you'll win level 2, which will get you the designer ensemble that is going to launch the next month. And then it just goes up and up and up from there. It's so fun. It's how I've accumulated so much jewelry. I have like duplicates of stuff now because they're so generous with their Rich Rewards Club. But now let's talk about how you make money, because I know that's the question on everyone's mind. So in Park Lane, you have the opportunity to make weekly income from your sales and from your team sales. Everyone in Park Lane makes at least 30%. So if you have no direct sales experience, you know nothing, you will still start out making 30%. And as soon as you move up in the comp plan, just one level, so like if you bring in 1 recruit and you each sell $1,000, you get promoted to branch director and you automatically start making 35%. And what I love about Park Lane is that when you work your way up in the comp plan, you never go backwards. So you don't have to do anything to maintain that level. You always get to keep your promotion and you always get to keep that pay increase. So let's see. Oh, if you have any previous leadership experience in another direct sales company, you might qualify for a direct appoint, which would mean you would already start out in a leadership level because Park Lane recognizes previous leadership experience. So if you do have that, talk to whoever invited you and we'll see if that applies to you. I already said you never go backwards. Oh, when you decide to build a team, you would actually get paid infinitely deep on your team. So say you promote up to branch and you start making money off of your team members, and then that you promote again and they start promoting and they start building teams, you make, it's confusing. I'm not going to try to explain it all. When I signed up, I was like, okay, I'm not even going to like look at that. I just knew what I would make and I was good with that. But I have learned, and she said it on the first video I watched, that you get paid infinitely deep. And I think that is so cool. You always get paid on retail. It's not based off of wholesale. Nobody's going to say, you know, oh, you make this percentage off the wholesale amount. We always get paid based off of the full retail amount or whatever people actually pay for it. We get paid off of that. There's tons of other programs. I can't even tell them all to you, but there's cash bonuses you can earn when you get to certain levels. There's a Mercedes car you can win. 3 girls on my team have already earned the Mercedes car program, and none of us were even like going for it. We were just trying to win the Rich Rewards jewelry each week or each month. And then we looked down and we were like, oh my gosh, I earned a car. And so far, all of us have been super practical and we've taken the cash buyout. But one day, I don't know, one of us might take the Mercedes, or one of you on this call might decide, yeah, I want to drive a Mercedes, because they'll either pay $700 a month for your Mercedes lease, or they will give you $500 a month cash. And it's the same with the trip. If there's a trip that you earn and you decide you can't go on it, you can cash out on that trip and they will give you the money for it. So I love that we can double, triple, and quadruple dip in all these programs. Like you might just be working towards Rich Rewards to earn that free jewelry, but all the points that you're collecting from getting that free jewelry go into your trip contest. They go into your Mercedes contest. They go into your cash bonus contests. It's amazing. And I just can't even tell you, I quit my job. I don't even know if I was going to tell you all this, but after I was in Park Lane for 2 months, I looked at what I was getting on my direct deposit statement every week. And I was like, it does not make sense for me to go punch a time clock anymore. So I am able to just stay home and work my little jewelry business. And what is amazing is that in the year 2020, when so many retail companies were closing, Park Lane had their biggest year ever. And I think that right there speaks volumes, because it's an unstable time in the economy. I mean, let's just face it. We don't know what's going to happen with our job, with anybody's job, with our favorite store. Things are closing left and right. But to join a company that just had their biggest year ever, that gives me like total confidence that I am in the right place at the right time, because they've mastered this online thing. And once you master the online thing, going to someone's house and showing jewelry, that's a piece of cake, because women just pick it up, try it on, and they buy it. So I'm super excited to be where I am. And I hope that some of you find that this would meet a need in your life, because I can pop up my little tripod and go live and do a little video, and then somebody buys jewelry from me. Or if I'm doing it for an actual show instead of just in my VIP group, there are, 10, 15, 20 people there that are watching, and a lot of them buy jewelry from you. And if you're making 30%, and let's say you have a $500 show, that's $150. If you're making 30% and you have $1,000 show, that's $300. And as you work your way up the comp plan and your percentage gets hot air, and it can happen really quickly, that just becomes bigger and better. So let's talk starter kits. There are 3 different levels you can come in, not levels, like there's 3 different amounts you can pay. There's 3 different sizes of kits you can get. All of them come with a website for a full year. So you can get in with a little bit of jewelry or a lot of jewelry, but regardless, you still have the same website that everybody else has. And you can just direct people to your website and they can shop on your website all day long. So we have our quick start kit, which is $99. And typically the quick start kit comes with $99 worth of jewelry, which makes sense. I mean, it's only $99 and you're getting a website and a business. But through tonight, and I don't want to put pressure on anybody. I mean, they might extend the special, but we only know that it's good through tonight. Or maybe they did. Is it through next Wednesday? Jess, you don't know? It's through tonight? Okay. I know for sure it's through tonight. Anyways, if you sign up tonight, you pay the $99 and you get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry, which is amazing. But if you want to have more jewelry than that to show, which I did, I got the big kit, but I like to have a lot of jewelry. The medium kit is called the standard kit. It's $229 worth of jewelry, and you get to pick out $1,000. So you pay $229 and you pick out $1,000. Sometimes I get mixed up and I say stuff wrong. Or the presidential kit, which is the big kit, you pay $639 and you get to pick out $2,500 in jewelry. It's so fun. That's the one I did. But we don't make money off of like your kit and you signing up. So if quick start, if the $99 kit is what works best for you, then I say do that. Or I really like the standard kit, because when you get to pick out $1,000 worth of jewelry, whoever is your recruiter, whoever brings you in, is going to do a launch party for you, and you're going to get all the free jewelry from that launch party. So you can use that to add into your collection. And then it just grows over time as you earn rich rewards, as you you can host as many shows as you want as a Park Lane rep. So I always have a show open in my name, and about every week or two, it gets to 10 orders, and then I close that show and turn it in. So about once or twice a month, no, 2 to 3 times a month, I get to pick out another $400 in free jewelry from that show. So you can just collect orders from your friends and family, and you get to double dip. You get to make the profit and you get to earn the free jewelry. So there are lots of ways to build your collection without going all in and paying $639 up front. But if you want to, I'm not going to tell you not to, because it is nice to have that much jewelry right away. So if this is something that you think you would enjoy, definitely reach out to whoever invited you. She's also going to share a Google Doc with you. It's a quick survey. I think there's like 3 or 4 questions. As long as you fill out that survey by noon tomorrow, you're going to go into a drawing for a free necklace, which who doesn't love free stuff? Am I right? And I just have to tell you, we have an amazing team that will support you and help you all along the way. A lot of the times I get questions of like, how am I going to learn how to do this? Where do I find information? So we have multiple Facebook groups that are dedicated to training and teaching you everything you need to know. There are ones from the actual home office where we get lots of graphics and cute stuff. But then like my team has a Facebook group where we do lots of training. We huddle on Saturday mornings if you want to be on Zoom with us, and you can learn from that. We post the recordings if you're unavailable. I mean, this is the job for the busy woman, because you can work it in the nooks and crannies of your life wherever it fits for you. So I hope you'll consider it. I hope you will reach out to whoever invited you and ask her questions, tell her your concerns, or if you think you want to do this, then say, okay, how do I sign up? Because it's not like you have to marry it. You just date it for a couple shows, you make your money back, you get a lot of free jewelry, and then you can decide, okay, yeah, I'm all in, or, maybe it's not for me. I find if anybody does 6 shows, you're going to make pretty substantial income, and you're going to know if you love it or if you don't. So I hope you'll give us a try. And I really just hope you will ask questions and talk to your stylist. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then I'm just going to see if hold on. Bye, everybody who watches the replay.